Hey, what's going on? My name is Michael. You guys are watching IDB. And in this video, I want to talk about how your iPhone can help you crush any goal that you have for 2024. So now that the new year is finally upon us, a lot of you probably have a New Year's resolution. And in this video, I want to talk about how some of the apps on your iPhone and some apps in the App Store can help you crush these goals. So we'll be covering stuff from sleep, fitness, diet, water intake, screen time, quitting a bad habit, getting organized, and staying mindful. So let's go ahead, roll the intro, and jump right in. So first up is getting more sleep. Inside the health application, there is a really great section for tracking your sleep. If you find the sleep section right here, and then scroll down and click on full schedule. This is going to give you a bunch of options, which is really going to help you hit the goal that you have for getting more sleep. So first is to turn on the sleep schedule, and then you want to choose what time you want to go to bed and what time you want to wake up at. For me, I have it set to 11:30 and waking up at 8 a.m., which is 8 hours and 30 minutes of sleep. Usually takes me about half an hour to fall asleep, so I'm usually hitting my 8-hour goal inside the health application like this. You can choose which days you want this to be active on. So for me, it's every single day, as I believe having a full set schedule every single day is the best way to get the best quality sleep. You can also choose to have an alarm, and you can choose the sounds in here as well. The best part is if you have an Apple Watch and you have the alarm turned on, you can wake up with the alarm on your Apple Watch, and it is so much better than waking up with the audible alarm on your iPhone. A few other features I like in here include wind down. So I have this turn on 45 minutes before I go to bed, just to tell me that my sleep is coming up. And when I see this, I usually put my screen down, I usually shut off the TV, and I start getting ready for bed. You can change your sleep goal in here. So if you don't want to get 8 hours, maybe you only need 6 or 7 hours, you can change that in here. And another really cool feature is you're able to track time in bed apart from time asleep. So some people might want to see how much time they're just laying in bed being lazy. And if you turn this on, you're able to see how much time you spend in bed and then compare that to how much time you actually spent asleep. So this is a really great feature to track everything about your sleep. And if you have an Apple Watch with sleep tracking enabled, it becomes even more useful. So in the new year, if you want to focus on getting more sleep, I definitely recommend going to the sleep section of the health application, as it can really help you out. And next up is being more active and tracking your fitness. Inside the fitness application on your iPhone, you're able to track all of your movement. Now, some of you may think that this only works if you have an Apple Watch. However, you're actually able to track your move ring, which is the red ring, for any iPhone user. So you don't need an Apple Watch. So this is what it's going to look like if I can get rid of this ad. This is what it's going to look like if you don't have an Apple Watch. You're just going to see your move ring, your steps, and your distance. But if you have an Apple Watch, you're going to get a little bit more info right here. So using the fitness application to track all of your movement is definitely a good way to stay on top of your New Year's resolution if you want to be more active. I also like using Apple Fitness Plus. So this does require a subscription, but inside of here, you're able to get a bunch of at-home workouts, which is really going to be good for keeping you active in the new year. And one more thing I want to show you inside the fitness application is sharing. So at the very bottom right corner, you can see activity sharing. You're able to share your activity and your move ring with your friends and your family, and this can potentially keep you motivated. So for example, when you see someone in your family or one of your friends finish a workout, that might motivate you to go and do a workout of your own. And then inside of activity sharing, you can also choose to compete with someone as well, which is just another layer to keep you motivated to stay active. All right, so we've got our sleep taken care of, we've got our fitness and activity taken care of. Next up is the diet. And I have 2 applications from the App Store that I want to show you. So apart from just eating better, a lot of you know that, the other thing in terms of eating better and even losing weight if you want to is tracking your calories. And these 2 applications are my favorite for doing this. So MyFitnessPal and LifeSum are 2 amazing applications that I always use to track my food intake. So here's what MyFitnessPal looks like. This is my personal favorite. You're able to log any food inside of here, and you can set your calorie goal. And the best part is when you first set up the application, it's going to do all of it for you. So if you input your height, your weight, how active you are, it's gonna give you a calorie goal and you don't have to do anything. All you have to do is input what types of food you're eating and it's gonna tell you how much food you have left or how much over your calories you have gone. So here in the log food menu, you can see we have breakfast, lunch, and dinner. And all you have to do is click on the add food button and you're able to log pretty much any food. The thing I like about MyFitnessPal is it has one of the biggest catalogs of food and you can pretty much scan any barcode and it's gonna know what food that is and it's gonna log the calories pretty accurately. So if you wanna log your calories and keep track of your weight and your health, MyFitnessPal is probably one of the best applications. But if MyFitnessPal isn't for you, my other favorite is called LifeSum. In my opinion, LifeSum is not as good in terms of its catalog of food, but as you can see, the UI is a lot better. So if you just want something a bit different than MyFitnessPal, LifeSum is pretty on par with MyFitnessPal. They both pretty much do the exact same thing, and if you want to track your calories in the new year, MyFitnessPal and LifeSum are two of the best applications to do that. So now that we've got our diet taken care of, the next most important thing, or I'd say even more important, is drinking more water. And that is where WaterMinder comes in. So WaterMinder is going to simply remind you to drink water, and it allows you to log water right inside the application. Drinking a lot of water is very, very important. It can help you sleep better. It can help your skin clear up. It's pretty much the miracle drug if you want everything in your life to get better. Simply drink more water. You'd be surprised how much your life can change if you just drink a lot more water every single day. And WaterMinder is a very simple application that can help you do that. So when you first open the application, it's gonna ask for your height, your weight. It's also gonna ask the climate of where you live, because if it's warm or cold, that's also gonna affect what data it gives you. And then based on some of your activity levels, so if you work out a lot versus not very much, it's gonna change the amount of water you have to drink and is going to customize an amount of water for you. So as you can see here, it's gonna recommend I drink about 2.9 liters of water every single day. Based on how much I work out, I think that is a little bit low. So I'm gonna probably aim to get probably 4 liters of water in me every single day. But using WaterMinder is a fantastic way to drink more water. Like I said, drinking more water can improve so much in your life, and just having a simple application on your phone with a reminder that pops up every few hours to remind you to drink can make the biggest impact in your life. And next up is screen time. So some of you may have a New Year's resolution of looking at your phone less. Luckily, the iPhone actually has some settings built in which can help you do this. So inside settings, if you click on screen time, first up, you're just able to see the daily average of all of your devices. But down here, you're actually able to set certain limits on certain applications and just the amount of time you want to be looking at your screen. So here at the very top, we have downtime. If you want to schedule some downtime, for example, if you want to have just a moment with your family every single night, you can turn on a scheduled downtime moment and you can choose, for example, 10 p.m. to 7 a.m. every day, and your iPhone is simply going to remind you to put your phone down and go spend some time in the real world. This is really nice that Apple builds this right into settings. We also have a few different options inside of screen time as well. So you can have app limits. I know for me, this is a big one. I think I spend way too much time on Twitter and Instagram. So if you want to add a limit for a certain application, you can do this. So I'll choose social, and then let's choose Twitter. I'll choose next. And then in here, you can choose how much time you want to spend inside that application per day. So let's say I just want to spend an hour inside Twitter every day. I'll add that. And then once I hit that limit, every time I go to open that application, it's going to give me a simple reminder saying, hey, you've gone over your limit for the day. Do you still want to open this application? So just having that extra barrier when you open the application telling you that you've been in it for above your allotted time slot can definitely help you out in reducing your screen time. And then one more feature which is pretty darn cool inside of screen time, which is actually a new feature, is called screen distance. So this is going to use the Face ID sensors in modern iPhones to determine how far away the screen is from your face. And if you turn this on and you're holding your iPhone too close to your face for a long period of time, it's going to give you a very subtle reminder saying, hey, your iPhone is a bit too close to your eyes, remove it from your face to reduce eye strain. So if you want to have this reminder on your phone, simply turn this toggle on. And next up is for quitting a bad habit. This one is probably the most common New Year's resolution. Say for example, you want to quit junk food or quit fast food. There is an application called I Am Sober in the App Store, which is a fantastic application for quitting anything. So I have reset the application to the very start so I can show you what it looks like. I'm gonna click on Get Started. And like I said, let's say we wanna quit fast food. I'll click on Next, and then we'll choose when our starting date was. So let's say we quit fast food yesterday. I'll click on Next. And then it's gonna ask you a little bit of data about your usage or your intake of that previous addiction, as they call it. And then just like this is going to give you a countdown for how long you have been free from that so-called addiction. So if you're trying to quit a bad habit, using the application I Am Sober is a fantastic way to start. And next up is simply staying more organized. And this is where I recommend people to use the Reminders application. I use Reminders literally every single day. It's probably my most used application on the iPhone. I always go into Reminders the night before and write down stuff that I have to do the next day. So if you click on New Reminder, you can give it a title. You can also give your reminder some notes. And where this application really comes in handy for me is all of these buttons right here. So sometimes I want to be reminded about something at a certain time or on a day. If you click this calendar icon, that's where you can choose this. And also, sometimes I just want to be reminded about something when I arrive at a location. So if you click on the location icon, you can choose getting in car. And if you click on the more icon, you can choose when I arrive home or when you arrive at pretty much any other location. Something else that is really cool that I'll show you, I'll give you an example in Safari right here. So if you want to be reminded about something online, like an article or something, you can simply tell Siri to remind you about it. So I'll show you what that looks like. Remind me about this tomorrow. So Siri is going to use the intelligence on device to know that you're talking about the Safari link. And then inside Reminders right here, as you can see, we are going to have that reminder right here that we just set up in Safari. And then finally is staying more mindful. This again is a very common New Year's resolution. A lot of you probably just want to be a little bit more mindful in the moment. And that is where this brand new application called Journal comes in. Apple just added this to the iPhone with iOS 17.2, and it's a pretty simple application, but a lot of people are loving this new Journal application. It allows you to pretty much journal anything on your iPhone. So if you click on the plus icon, you get a few journaling suggestions right here. So it can be some of your recent photos, some music you listen to, pretty much anything that you want to write down as a memory, you can have in the Journal application. So you can just start writing anything. You also have some of these prompts right here. So if you click this icon, you're able to get some of the prompts that you saw on the main screen. If you click this, you're able to view all of your photos. I'll just click OK like that. You can also take a photo right now to add it into your journal. You can click this icon and you can start recording your own voice to add that into the journal entry. And you can also click this icon to add your location as well. So if you simply just want to get some ideas and inspiration out of your brain and somewhere, a lot of people like to use the Journal application, which is brand new in iOS 17. So we have now covered sleep, fitness, diet, water intake, screen time, quitting a bad habit, getting organized, and also being more mindful. If I forgot anything, let me know in the comments down below. And also in the comments, let everyone know what your New Year's resolution is. I know whenever you make something like that a bit more public, it's always gonna motivate you to stick to it. So let everyone know what your resolution is in the comments down below. If you guys found this video informative or helpful or entertaining, please drop a like, as it does help us out quite a bit. And if you want more videos like this, make sure to subscribe as well. With all that said, my name is Michael with IDB. Thanks so much for watching, and I'll see you in the next video.